Welcome back to Simple Human Design. I'm Charlie, and thank you so much for joining me for this episode. I've got a little bit of a life update for you and a little bit of a business update, and then we're going to be talking all about how you may not feel like you are your actual human design type. So, if your human design chart says that you're a manifesting generator, what happens when you don't feel like a manifesting generator, or it doesn't really sort of like resonate with you as much as you feel that it should? And we're going to have a look. I'm going to share my screen with you in a bit. And we're going to have a look at actually the two different sides of you, your design side and then your personality side. I'm going to show you how you can work out what type you are and why you maybe feel like you're not the type that you have. Okay. First of all, I want to just give you a little bit of an update. I have really come away from social media in the last couple of weeks, like maybe last 4 or 5 weeks or so. And really, actually, it's because I have been through a little bit of a traumatic issue. And I just really haven't been feeling like I wanted to be on social media at all. And one of the things that I want to share with you guys is that, first of all, it's okay. It's okay to go through what you're going through and, go through the healing that you need to do and not worry about your business. Okay. It's more important for you to heal, for you to be your true self so that when you do get back on social media, you're showing up as your true self, right? I really do feel that when you're showing up with your nervous system exactly on point and you feel really, really good, that is when you are going to have impact. But if you show up, if you're in the middle of healing because something's happened to you and you're going through something, and it really is sort of like, you're showing up, but you're kind of almost pushing what's happening to you aside, people are just going to they're going to see right through you. So it's really important for you to take a step back. And in actual fact, this is a great time to take a step back because so many people are concentrating on family, on the holidays, etc. And, a lot of people are taking a step back from their business anyway. For me personally, I don't have children, but what did happen to me, unfortunately, a few weeks ago was my beloved cat. Unfortunately, we found out he had cancer, and very, very quickly he declined. And it was quite a traumatic sort of like thing to go through, and grief and with the loss of a pet I don't think should ever be downplayed or downtrodden because they are just a pet. They're just as much of a part of your life as any friend or family member. And yeah, I took a step back from social media to really heal from this loss of my beautiful kitty. Those of you who know me, maybe met me at networking events, or you might be a client of mine, you know that Sammy used to come and walk past me all the time, or he used to come and cuddle me on my chest and my shoulder. He had so much love to give all the time. And that is part of some of the really big issues that I've had, is actually just missing this love that is not there anymore. So yeah, that's what I've been through. The other thing that I've realized also with this, being able to sit back and reflect and, sort of really heal and not be out there on social media and be sort of dragged and, sort of like, I'll get imposter syndrome. Because, that's what happens when we're not feeling very well and we go on social media, we start getting imposter syndrome, right? So one of the things that I've been reflecting on is I actually love search engine optimization. I love SEO, and I love how that, really comes into digital marketing and the way that we run our businesses online. I have always done SEO for the marketing, placements that I've had. And even now, like, I have a freelance contract and I do a lot of SEO for them. I talk about meta tags and do the meta tags for them. I create content and I, bolster, the keyword density, etc. And I've really been thinking, like, why have I not ever really sort of like put that talent, that love, the desire that I have for SEO, and weird, right? Like, why would you love SEO? But somebody has to, and I do. So why do I not utilize this in my own business? So actually, in case I do ever have any more kind of like emotional turmoils or anything, or even just periods where I just don't want to be on social media, I've actually now decided that I'm going to be, going very much towards, an SEO driven strategy. And that strategy is going to involve Pinterest as well. Pinterest is another thing. I absolutely love it. I really see the benefit of it. I just don't use it. It's very time consuming for sure, but when you know what you're doing, yeah, absolutely love it. So that's me. You may not find me so much on social media, but I will still be here with my podcast and I will be, growing my business and the traffic to my website via SEO, basically. And actually, I'm just thinking as I kind of like talk about this, actually, if you, the listener, like, the people that are listening to this, if you're kind of thinking like in a similar way to me, but you're not really quite sure how to optimize your SEO, how to use Pinterest, etc., or whatever it is that you want to do that kind of pulls you away from social media a little bit, please reach out to me and maybe we can, have like a one-off session or something together where I can talk to you about your SEO strategy. I'd be more than happy to talk to you guys about that. Anyway, let's get into the session. So, I want to talk today, like I said, all about how you may not actually feel like you really fit the bill when it comes to your human design type. Now, the first thing that I want to say to you in this particular discussion is that if you sort of like take a look at your human design type, so manifesting generator, generator, projector, manifester, and reflector, all that actually is, because it's actually called your energy type, all that actually is a depiction of your aura. Okay, obviously, an aura is something that we don't see. And to us specifically, we don't know anything about our aura, but it's how you're viewed by other people, essentially. So if you're a sacral being, you have a very open aura, and you kind of really bring people in with that wonderful aura. It's kind of like a big warm hug. Okay, that part of you is literally just your aura. Okay, so when you look at everything else in your chart, that is when you find the differentiation that makes you you. So, yeah, you might not feel like a manifesting generator if, this is what, managens are supposed to be. But some of that is because of everything else, all the layers underneath that managen type that, actually make you you. Okay, now we're going to go a little bit deeper into something that I really love. And actually, I don't talk about this too much in my readings, but I probably should. It only comes up if my intuition is kind of like, pulling at me and, there's some words that somebody said and I'm like, yeah, it's because of this. But I wanted to share this with you guys today. So, did you know that your human design body graph has been made up of the information of where the planets were at the time you were designed? So this is when your soul came into your body. And then also your information is created on your personality side, which is where, your body was separated from your mother's. Okay, that's when the neutrinos sort of like went through you and that gave you the personality. So you have two sides of you. You have your design side and then you have your personality side. The personality is conscious. This is things you know about yourself already, but the design side is actually your body. And it's very fitting to say that actually we don't have much of a connection in between our minds, our personality, and our body. We actually, using the human design system, can really start to mold the two together so that you can understand why your body says or does this, and you can start to listen to your body. Your body is the most intelligent part of you, by the way. But then you've also got the mind and the design side, and you know, those two kind of mold together, and you can really start to work with yourself if you know those two sides of you. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper than that. So, did you know that on your human design body graph, even though when you have those two sides together, they make a manifesting generator or projector or whatever it is, but did you know if you separate them out and you just look at your design, so your body, so you look at what your body thinks you are, or like who your body thinks you are, and then you look at your personality, then actually you may get something there in your chart that isn't a manifesting generator, or, you know, whatever type that you happen to be. So this is the very first time that I'm actually going to use a visual on my podcast. So if you are listening to the podcast, you can either just sort of like listen along and then you know, go into the system that you use to find your body graph. Or you can come and jump on to the YouTube channel so that you can see what I'm looking at, because I'm going to share my screen. Also, this sucks quite a bit, but I usually use Riverside to record, and I I've had this issue with Riverside in that it keeps dropping the recording. So I'll sit there for like 2 minutes and I'll be, you know, talking and talking and talking, blah 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 blah. This is like the third time I've done my life update, by the way. And yeah, it will stop recording. So I'm not having a good time with it at the moment. I need to contact their support. So I am on Zoom right now. And I'm just going to show you here. So this is actually, I've decided to use my husband's chart for this demonstration because it gives you a lot more information here, or a lot more, and more of a visual as to what I'm talking about. So this is my husband's chart. Okay, so on this chart together, so his personality side, which is on this side of you know, the chart, and then his design side, together he creates a self-projected projector. Okay, so if you see, he's got nothing below his G center, the yellow bit there, which means he's self-projected. Okay, that's how we determine what authority he is. Okay, now on your human design system, like whichever system you use, you might have the app that's called Human Design. What's that called? I think it's just literally Human Design, actually. Sorry, Human Design app. So you might have the Human Design app, you might be, you know, getting your chart off other places. I'm using my mechanics. It's very, very, very accurate. So that's why I use it. And I can show you on my mechanics how to do it. On other systems, it may be, you know, just worded slightly differently, or the button might be in a slightly different place. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you guys. So here we're going to go to view mode. And I'm going to show you the design side of my husband. Okay. So this is without the personality, and this is just his body. Now you see here, his definition has actually changed. Okay, so his definition on his body thinks that he is a mental projector. Okay, now you can see that because we've only got two centers defined. It's the head and the ajna, and that means that he is you know, from his body thinks that he is a mental projector. Okay, so he doesn't have anything below the ajna defined. Now, when we have a look at the personality only, okay, there's no definition at all. And this is actually a lot more common than you think. So when you do your own chart, you may well find that you have no definition on, you know, one side of you, whether that's a personality or the design. So my husband, his body thinks that he is a mental projector, and his personality, he actually thinks that he's a reflector, which, as you guys know, is really rare. So my husband is actually very open. You know, he samples and he's testing things out, and he, you know, sort of bringing in the energy from other people all the time because he thinks that he's a reflector. Now, does that actually mean that he's a reflector? Should he be using the reflector, you know, sort of authority? Should he, be living life as a reflector? No. He should be living life as a self-projected projector, because that is how you mix the design side and the personality side together. So when you live your life as that person, so as that emotional manifesting generator, as an example, that is how you start to have flow and ease in your life, because you're mixing your body, your most intelligent part of you, with your personality, and you're using that to drive yourself forward. Okay. So there we go. That is a little bit about, the different types of you. This is why you may not feel particularly drawn towards your human design type. And hope that's really opened your eyes a little bit into like who you actually are, because your body might be something completely different to your personality. As it happens, I'm a splenic projector when you put me together. If you look at my design side, I'm still a splenic projector. If you look at my personality side, I'm still a splenic projector. So I am literally a splenic projector through and through, regardless of whether you just look at my body and you just look at anything else. And funnily enough, there's another chart that you can run all about who you are when you sleep. It's called Dream Rave. And it's very common for people to be reflectors when you're sleeping. I'm also a projector when I sleep as well. So I literally am just a projector, full stop. That's what my soul chose. So there we go. If you've got any questions, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to send you a picture or a screenshot of your chart. If you, have like a struggle finding, the particular elements of the chart that I've just shown you on the screen share. Just DM me or email me hello@charliegarnham.com, and I will run your chart and I'll send you a screenshot of your body and I'll send you a screenshot of your personality, and I will tell you which one you are, like on either way. So thank you very much for tuning in to Simple Human Design. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.